2 Laplace of e raised to minus at equal to 1 upon 2. Again we use the formula for Laplace of e raised to at. It is 1 upon s minus a plus 1 upon 2, and here we use the formula Laplace of e raised to minus at is 1 upon s plus a. We take out common 1 upon 2 into bracket LCM is s minus a into s plus a. Here we multiply by s plus a and here by s minus a. Simplifying, in the numerator we get 2s and in the denominator we have 2. So numerator will be s, and simplifying denominator we get s square minus a square. So this is second one, Laplace of hyperbolic cos at equal to s upon s square minus a square. So we have derived two Laplace of hyperbolic sin at. It is a upon s square minus a square, and Laplace of hyperbolic cos at is s upon s square minus a square. From these two we will now derive two corollary. In particular, Laplace of hyperbolic sin t equal to 1 upon
s square
minus 1, and Laplace of hyperbolic cos t equal to s upon s square minus 1. Earlier we have obtained the formula for Laplace of hyperbolic sin at equal to a upon s square minus a square. Now in this formula we take a equal to 1. Taking a equal to 1, we get Laplace of hyperbolic sin t equal to 1 upon s square minus 1 square, that is 1. This is first corollary. Now second formula, Laplace of hyperbolic cos t equal to s minus s square. We derive from Laplace of hyperbolic cos at equal to s upon s square minus a square. In this formula we take a equal to 1. Taking a equal to 1, we get Laplace of hyperbolic cos t equal to s upon s square minus 1 square, that is 1. So we have derived two corollaries. Laplace of hyperbolic sin t is 1 upon s square minus 1, and Laplace of hyperbolic cos t is s upon s square minus 1. Now next we derive next two formula, Laplace of sin at and Laplace of cos at. To derive these two formula we use Euler's expression. We know that e raised to I theta equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. This is Euler's expression, e raised to I theta equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. Therefore e raised to I at equal to cos at plus I sin at. Now both the side we take Laplace. First we write down the right hand side. In left hand side, L of cos at plus I sin at equal to Laplace of e raised to I at. Now in the right hand side we use formula Laplace of e raised to at. It is 1 upon as minus a. This is our formula. Here we have to obtain Laplace of e raised to iat. So we have to replace a by ia in this formula. So we get 1 upon as minus ia. Now we simplify this complex number by taking the conjugate. We multiply numerator and denominator by s plus ia. S plus ia divided by into bracket s minus ia into another bracket s plus ia. Now we multiply denominator. Numerator is our s plus ia divided by s square minus I square a square. But we know that I square equal to minus 1. So here we put I square equal to minus 1. So equal to, we get s plus ia into bracket s square. This is minus minus plus a square. And in the left hand side we have Laplace of cos at plus I sin at. So here we have obtained Laplace of cos at plus I sin at equal to s plus ia divided by s square plus a square. Now in the right hand side we divide individually. So we get s upon s square plus a square plus I into s upon s square plus a square. A upon s square plus a square. Now we compare the real and imaginary part. Left hand side will become L of cos at plus I L of sin at. On comparing real and imaginary parts, we get Laplace of cos at. This is real part and this is real part, s upon s square plus a square. And second formula Laplace of sin at equal to a upon s square plus a square. So we have derived another two Laplace transform, in particular Laplace transform of cos at equal to s upon s square plus a square, and Laplace of sin at equal to a upon s square plus a square. Now to derive corollary from this, we take a equal to 1 in both the formula. Taking a equal to 1, we get Laplace of cos t equal to, we put a equal to 1, that is s upon s square plus 1 square, that is 1. And in the second formula we again put a equal to 1, so that Laplace of sin a equal to 1, that is t, equal to 1 upon s square plus 1 square, that is 1. So here again we have obtained two formula, Laplace of sin at and Laplace of cos at. Next one, we obtain the Laplace transform of t raised to n. It is n factorial upon s raised to n plus 1. And from this formula we will derive two corollary, namely Laplace of 1 equal to 1 upon s where s greater than 0, and Laplace of t raised to minus 1 half equal to square root of pi upon s where s greater than 0. Now first derive the formula Laplace of t raised to n. Laplace of t raised to n is n factorial upon s raised to n plus 1. Now we derive this formula again by using the definition of Laplace transform. By definition of Laplace transform, we have Laplace of f of t equal to integral 0 to infinite e raised to minus st into f of t dt. This is the definition of Laplace transform. Now we have to derive the Laplace transform of t raised to n. So we have to take f of t equal to t raised to n in this definition. So taking f of t equal to t raised to n, we get Laplace of t raised to n equal to integral 0 to infinite e raised to minus st into t raised to n dt. Now we have to evaluate right hand side integral, and to evaluate this integral we will take substitution for st equal to u. Taking substitution, st equal to u, we have s into dt equal to du, that is dt equal to du upon s. Also t tends to 0 implies u tends to 0, because our substitution is st equal to u. Our substitution is st equal to u. So putting lower limit t equal to 0, we get u equal to 0. So u equal to 0, and t tends to infinite. T tends to infinite, that is u tends to infinite. We put down this substitution in the right hand side integral is 0 to infinity v raised to minus st into t raised to n dt. We put st equal to u, that is t equal to u upon s. Therefore Laplace transform of t raised to n equal to integral limit 0 to infinite e raised to minus u into, we replace t by u upon s bracket over raised to n, and dt equal to du upon s. So we have taken substitution. Now we simplify this integral. Integral 0 to infinite e raised to minus u into u raised to n divided by s raised to n into 1 upon s into du. Now our variable of integral is u, that means here s is parameter constant. So we take it outside the integral, equal to 1 upon s raised to n into integral 0 to infinite e raised to minus u into u raised to n du. So we have this integral, but we know the gamma function, gamma p equal to integral over 0 to infinite e raised to minus x into x raised to p minus 1 dx. This is gamma p. We express our integral in terms of gamma p. We rearrange u raised to n as u raised to n plus 1 minus 1. So we have 1 upon s raised to n plus 1 integral 0 to infinite e raised to minus u into u raised to n plus 1 bracket over minus 1 du. So now we compare this right hand side integral with this gamma function. See e raised to minus x, where e raised to minus e, u raised to n plus 1 minus 1, here x raised to p minus 1. Here our variable is x, while here variable is u. So instead of p, here we have n plus 1. So this becomes gamma n plus 1 equal to 1 upon s raised to n plus 1 into gamma n plus 1. Again we use the formula of gamma function. We know that gamma n plus 1 equal to n factorial. So gamma n plus 1 equal to n factorial. Putting this value here, we get n factorial divided by s raised to n plus 1. So this is the Laplace transform of t raised to n. It is n factorial upon s raised to n plus 1. Now from this formula we will derive two corollary. We have Laplace of t raised to n equal to n factorial upon s raised to n plus 1. We have derived this formula, and from this we will derive two corollary, namely Laplace of 1 is 1 upon s, and Laplace of t raised to minus 1 half equal to square root of pi upon s. First we derive Laplace of 1. To obtain Laplace of 1 from this formula, just we have to put n equal to 0. Taking n equal to 0, we get Laplace of t raised to 0 equal to 0 factorial divided by s raised to 0 plus 1. Therefore Laplace of t raised to 0 is 1, 0 factorial is 1, and s raised to 0 plus 1, that is s raised to 1. So we have derived first one, Laplace of 1 equal to 1 upon s. Now we derive next formula, Laplace of t raised to minus 1 half equal to square root of pi upon s, where s greater than 0. Again, to obtain this corollary, we use our formula Laplace of t raised to n equal to n factorial upon s raised to n plus 1. To obtain Laplace of t raised to minus 1 half, just we have to take n equal to